Ryan Mikkelson with the Mikkelson Law Firm is here with me now, and this is his first time here on Real Estate in the Lowcountry, so welcome. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So probably an attorney is not the first person somebody thinks about when they think about real estate and buying a house, but tell me why it's important that they should be thinking about that.
Yeah, so in South Carolina, a real estate attorney is required to do a transaction. We have our Supreme Court to thank for that, so everybody has to use an attorney to do a closing. So that's one of the things that they don't always have to do in other places, so it's something kind of unique to this state and a couple others.
Yeah.
So people coming here don't always understand that, but they have to use a real estate attorney, and so that's one of the things the agents is kind of top on their list, is finding out what attorney they're going to use.
Okay, and you've done thousands of closings. What makes you different, and why is this kind of your expertise?
I don't know we're that much different than some of the other law firms, but we try to really make it client focused. We have a large staff ready and willing to help, and so when you call our office, you're going to get somebody on the phone. When you ask a question, you're going to get that question answered, hopefully. I'm sure there's times that it doesn't always happen, but the majority of the time we're always there, willing and able to help. And so I think just giving that personal touch, where it's not always emails, but it's conversations on the phone. I think that sets us apart from some of the other law firms that don't have the staff that we have. Okay. And it makes it easy for us to kind of give that personal touch to people, and that's very important to us.
Yeah, and I've said on the show before, I think that kind of the closing process can seem very daunting, especially to a first-time home buyer. So tell us a little bit what that process looks like with you as their lawyer.
Yeah, so basically we get involved once there's a fully executed contract on the majority of the files. Okay. So once there's a fully executed contract, we get that information sent to us. So then we're taking that information and relaying the information we need to the clients. And so they get all the fee breakdowns, information we need from them to successfully close the transaction. So we're kind of getting that information at the front end of the transaction and trying to get everything in place so that we're rolling smooth towards the closing date. And then we're working with the client and a lot of times the lender if they're purchasing, and trying to coordinate everything and get everything ready for that closing date. So we're just there to answer questions, get the process going, and then obviously work with the lenders a lot.
Okay, and then you are there though physically for the closing as well?
Yes, so we sit through the closings. If it's a lender closing, if it's a loan, we are always there. We have to be in those closings. If it's a cash closing, sometimes people close remotely. People don't come here, and also with lenders sometimes there's power of attorney, but most of the time we're sitting in that room explaining the documents, answering any questions, and kind of walking them through what it looks like from there.
Right, and especially again for first-time home buyers, when you're sitting in that room and you've now just signed 7,000 pieces of paper, it's nice to have somebody there that says it's okay to be signing this.
Right.
You should be doing this, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's nice to have somebody say everybody signs the same documents.
Right. Exactly. So I understand that Tiffany, your wife, is also a partner with you, and that you have 5 kids.
Yes.
So you're very busy. How do you balance all of that?
I think who you just said is how we balance it.
Okay.
Is Tiffany is a planner, and if we didn't have her, we'd be all over the place. So she does a great job and spends hours upon hours every week making sure everybody's in the right place, somebody's there for them, picking them up. Sometimes that's me, most of the time it's somebody else or her, and we're all coordinating kind of schedules, and she does a phenomenal job of tracking everybody's activities. So that's how we do it, is I give her all the credit on that. I just show up where I'm told to show up.
Well, good for you. That's probably the best plan of action. And I think it's nice people like to know that they're working with a family business. I think that's also a plus for people. So just to wrap up a little bit, if somebody is starting the home buying process, when do they call you, and how do they get a hold of you?
Yeah, so most of the time it's right after they execute the contract. Sometimes people want us to take a look at the contract, that's fine, we'll do it. Usually it's a very standard form contract. Okay. So they execute that contract, and then they'll reach out to our office, give us a fully executed contract, or through their agent give us a fully executed contract, and then we get everything opened and going. So that's usually, as soon as you've executed that contract is usually when we get involved in the process.
Okay, and how do they find you?
They can find us, they can call us, 843-757-9330, or online, we are blufftonlawfirm.com.
Well, thank you so much for being here. It was a pleasure meeting you, and we'll look forward to seeing you again soon.
Yes, very good. Thank you.